There's video coming out of China, and there's been a lot of this of, well, people not taking it well. Here's a little sample. Jack, people obviously they're displeased in China, but we never really hear about any genuine revolt building up there. We act like the CCP is really firmly in charge, and there's nobody that's even a threat to them being bounced from power. Is that true?
Well, so I mean, yes and no, right? Every regime in China, if you go back through every single dynasty that ever existed in China, has been overthrown, right? That's been there either from internally or externally. The Manchurians at one point, or the Mongols at one point, of course, formed various dynasties. But typically, every dynasty in China has been overthrown since the beginning of time, or at least recorded history. And of course, the CCP understands that is their single greatest threat. If they get the massive population of 1.8 billion Laobaixing, the old 100 names of China, against them. And so how do they respond? Of course, it's crackdowns. It's maybe not quite Tiananmen Square level yet, but it's exactly that. You know, there was actually an interview that somebody did with somebody outside one of the, and they're, you know, it's these zero COVID policies are what people are revolting against. It turned into a run on the banks. The bank wouldn't let them in. They froze their assets. They would get in. They started protesting. That turned up heated. Then the state police come in and start cracking down. But somebody was giving an interview in Mandarin, but what he actually said was, "Wow, I never thought something like this could happen in China." I said, you know, this just goes to show you how gaslit the people of China, and you feel bad for them, right? You feel bad in a sense because they will say, they honestly don't, Jesse, when I lived there, I would show people pictures of Tank Man. You know, the famous Tank Man picture, 4 June 1989, he's standing up to the tanks, that line of tanks. You show people to China that picture, and I would do this. I'd say, hey, look at this. What do you think of this? They would say, what is that, Photoshop? What is that, some kind of American, you know, provocation? Yeah. That's fake. That's not real. I said, well, no, there's a video. I can play the video. And they say, yeah, Star Wars is a video too. That doesn't mean that it's real, right? They actually don't believe that these things have happened. And it just goes to show you, by the way, that we in the West also should be very careful about us being gaslit by the regimes that we live under as well, and maybe not take everything we believe for granted.